Fresh from relegation, Brighton and Hove Albion embarked on their last season at the Goldstone, and they started off well enough at home to Chester City in what would be a turbulent campaign. Ian Baird and George Paris goals taking the points against Chester. The Albion had been paired with Birmingham City in the Coca-Cola Cup, first leg at the Goldstone. The Seagulls taking a 0-1 deficit to St Andrews for the second leg after City's very late penalty. The trip to Cardiff City yielded little and turned out to be an indication of how wretched Brighton's away form for the season would be. The Welsh side easily winning by 2-0, though that was slightly better than the outcome at Barnet. The Bees stinging the Seagulls by 3 clear goals before the encounter at home to Scunthorpe United. Ian Baird's goal earning a point in that one, but no joy at St Andrews. Over 20,000 to see Birmingham City go through with a 3-0 aggregate win. Scarborough next. They had the distinction of being the first club to be automatically promoted from the conference, and Albion looked to improve on their 19th place league position. Two from Craig Maskell and another from Stuart Storer, seeing off a plucky Scarborough as Brighton moved up to 10th place in the league table prior to the trip to Layer Road to face lowly Colchester United. No joy in Essex and more frustration down in Devon.
Wins, Exeter had lost their previous 4 games, but went ahead through Leon Braithwaite 2 minutes before the break. 2 minutes after half-time, Brighton, who was seeking their first away point of the season, equalised through Paul MacDonald. Exeter's only victory had come on the opening day of the season. No wonder there was euphoria about Tim Still's winner, which came just 4 minutes from time. Although Brighton were Phil, Exeter enjoyed all the luck.
ISN kindly supplying the pictures from Exeter. Now it's another Devon club, Torquay United. Ian Baird and Jeff Minton scoring in that 2-2 draw, but the hero is Mark Unmerod for that penalty save. The Albion now visit the smart new Sixfield Stadium, home of Northampton Town. Well, there's David Bellotti making a sharp exit there, obviously not very happy. Oh, and neither were they. And neither were they. An awful afternoon as the Albion plummet to 21st place, unaware that worse was to come at home to Lincoln City. This pitch invasion here causing the game to be held up, an act that would cost the Albion 2 points they could ill afford. Lincoln City winning 3-1, Peter Smith taking the Albion goal, and at Wigan Athletic another away defeat would push the Albion into bottom spot in Nationwide Division 3, a stigma they would not be able to shake off until the 45th of 46 league games. Now 2 home matches, starting with Cambridge United. Substitute Stuart Storer getting that consolation for the Albion, who now faced Hereford United in a must-win game. And now a fireworks signal orchestrates a mass walkout of the Goldstone as Albion fans continue their campaign to remove the current board. Most fans missing Jason Peake thumping the crossbar late on, the 1-0 loss cutting Brighton further adrift at the foot of the table. There's more misery at Bellevue. Doncaster Rovers chalk up an easy 3-0 win, leaving the Albion on just 8 points, 6 below 23rd placed Exeter City, and little was expected against table-topping Fulham. A point gained rather than 2 lost against a slick Fulham side. There's under 2,000 at Spotland to see Brighton crash to yet another spectacular away loss, though at Hartlepool there was the bonus of a long-awaited first away victory of the season.
He was sacked yesterday after a dreadful home defeat to the country's bottom team. They even had the benefit of an early lead, AD Mike capitalising on a catalogue of errors. But that was the end of the good news for United. Brighton got level from a somewhat fortunate penalty award, Denny Mundy the taker. And when Jeff Minton gave Albion the lead just before half-time, they were sending their first away points all season and their first win since last January. Brighton's third from new skipper Mark Morris condemned Hartlepool to their 4th straight defeat and their 7th in 8 games. And even though Mark Cooper pulled one back near the finish, the damage had long since been done.
Yes, Albion enjoying their sole away victory for 96 to 97. Fewer than 2,000 would actually pay to watch Albion play Mansfield Town. Oh, so that's why the attendance was so low. Protesters organised a mass break-in of the Goldstone during the first half. Mandy's penalty saving the day with that 1-1 draw. The FA Cup first round was now upon us, and once again the Albion were paired with a non-league club. This time it was a journey to Suffolk to play Dr. Martin's Premier League side, Sudbury Town. Jeff Minton closest to scoring with that shot against the bar, the Albion earning a replay at the Goldstone. At the Swansea City, it was another defeat on the road for the Seagulls, losing by just a single goal. Carlisle, who had been relegated with Albion last season, were adapting to life in the fourth tier much better and arrived at the Goldstone in fourth place. Carlisle winning comfortably 3-1 after Ian Baird had given the Seagulls the lead. So now it's time for that FA Cup replay. Brentford at home awaiting the winners.
dangerous most of the time.
3.5 hours of football unable to decide the outcome, necessitating a penalty shootout. Nicky Smith, postman and former Colchester United non-league double winner, sinks the Albion to new depths, who now had to face a Fulham side 5 points clear at the top of the table. Easy win for Fulham. Albion now 6 points behind Darlington and having to face the Northerners next for a crucial midweek encounter at the Goldstone. Albion's season in turmoil as they lose that 6-pointer, leaving them 9 points from safety as the table shows. Darlington's 3-2 victory allows them to jump over Hartlepool. With just one team being relegated to the conference, Brighton's long-standing Football League status now seems seriously at risk. And problems outside the ground as the protests continue, and inside too. Jimmy Case vacates the manager's chair to be replaced by Steve Gritt in time for the match with Hull City. New managers are usually greeted with cheers and applause. Steve Gritt must have been wondering just what he'd let himself in for as he appeared to catcalls and whistles. Steve Gritt off to a winning start as the Tigers are mauled 3-0. MacDonald, Storer and Maskell scoring one each. Fulham were on the menu again, this time at home in the Auto Windscreen Shield first round. (2-2) after 90 minutes. Now it's extra time, which would only last until the next goal. In fact, we'll show you all of that extra time. Virgo making his only first team appearance, claiming that golden goal winner. Brighton away to Plymouth Argyle in round 2. But there's defeat at Brisbane Road as Leyton Orient overcome their recent run of poor results against the Albion to win 2-0. Now it's Colchester United for the Boxing Day clash. Denny Mundy penalty, earning the Albion a draw against Colchester, and there's a rare away point at Scarborough thanks to Stuart Storer's goal, giving Brighton a second 1-1 draw in succession. It's followed by another lengthy away trip to a seaside town, Torquay United this time, pictures by kind permission of Meridian TV.
34 minutes had gone when Paul McDonald's cross was nodded in by Phil Andrews for his first full goal for the Seagulls. Torquay were behind for less than 2 minutes. Distance proving no object as Scott Stamps beat the despairing dive of Nicky Rust. But if it wasn't for Rust's second half heroics, Brighton could have been on the wrong end of a thrashing. The valiant rearguard action lasted until 3 minutes from full time when former Brighton favourite Gary Nelson...
The Seagulls so close to a point at Torquay. Home games with Exeter City and Northampton Town are called off, so it's back to Devon to face Plymouth Argyle in the Auto Windscreen Shield, second round where the Albion are beaten by a single goal. The next league game is at Lincoln City, Meridian again supplying the footage.
Brighton. Phil Stant heading Lincoln City into a 57th minute lead. But 9 minutes later the Seagulls were level. Stuart Storer's fifth of the season, giving the team hope of a rare away point. While Southampton celebrated a late strike, Brighton were left rueing one. Gary Ainsworth's painful late goal ensured another defeat and another protest from the travelling fans.
Lincoln's late goal consigning the Albion to yet another away defeat, but a welcome improvement at home to Rochdale. Two goals from Craig Maskell and another from Ian Baird, exacting revenge on the Dow for that earlier hiding at Spotland, and the joy of an away point at Mansfield Town. Denny Mundy, the Albion goalscorer there. Now it's the big one, the Fans United day, and a massive win in the fog for the Albion against Hartlepool United. Oh, on your head, mate. That police officer obviously couldn't quite control Ian Chapman's perfect pass. Baird, Hobson and, unique for this season, a hat-trick. Craig Maskell delivering 3 goals in that huge win for the Albion, who kept the momentum going against Exeter City. Six points in 4 days, with Ian Baird claiming the game's only goal against Exeter City, themselves now drawn into the relegation zone. It's still Brighton at the foot of the table, but the situation no longer looking hopeless, and they still had to play Doncaster Rovers at home and both Darlington and Hereford United away, and 2 of those would prove to have life-saving qualities. Before all that though, there's the matter of a 700-mile return trip to Carlisle United. The Albion unsuccessful up there on the Scottish border. Now Brighton would entertain Swansea City in what was fast becoming Fortress Goldstone. 2 goals from Ian Baird and Craig Maskell, who added to the one he got at Carlisle in that 3-2 win against Swansea. But the key match at Darlington is lost as the Quakers perform the double over the Seagulls, who had dropped only 2 points at home since the arrival of Steve Gritt. Now we're looking for 3 more from the visit of Northampton Town. Now, Cobbler's boss Ian Atkins so unhappy with his team performance that he made them train during half time. Incredible. Some truly awful finishing from Northampton, justifying their manager's anger, but it was 3 more points in the pot for Brighton. Now for Leyton Orient, led by Ray Wilkins, our senior, tuning up for a Goldstone Classic match. 8 goals, 2 separate brawls, a penalty that took an age to take, and even the police on the pitch. The game just about had everything. 2 goals from Craig Maskell, another from Ian Baird, and that penalty from Paul McDonald. But still, the Albion couldn't get it right on their away days, and it's another crushing defeat, this time at Hull City. Cardiff City last played in the first tier in 1960, but now plied their trade in the 3rd division. And, well, how often do you see that? The Manager of the Month award going to the bottom club. Steve Gritt thoroughly deserving his accolade. Cardiff fans getting a little upset there. Paul McDonald penalty and a brave lunge from Ian Baird supplying the Seagulls with 3 more points. An unlucky away defeat as Jeff Minton's goal is not enough to avoid defeat at Chester City. And now a poignant moment as the Goldstone floodlights are fired up for the last time. The Albion entertain Barnet, hoping to avenge that nasty 3-0 defeat back in August. Ian Baird scoring the only goal against Barnet, the league revealing that without those 6 points the Albion had taken from Hartlepool, it would be virtually over, and that they could look forward to both playing in the conference and being without a home. Now with just 5 games to go, 3 of them away remember, there's yet another setback at Glanford Park as Scunthorpe United secure a 1-0 win. Brighton now hoping to maintain their superb home form against table-topping Wigan Athletic. Oh, Craig Maskell's header pulling off an almighty win for the Seagulls. Off to Cambridge now, who included goalkeeper extraordinaire Scott Barrett. He'd played in all 84 matches played by Colchester United in the conference and even scored a last-minute goal at Wickham. Oh yeah, that's him. And here's his goal. Yeah, you don't see too many of those. The Wickham keeper who fell for that is Paul Hyde, who had conceded 4 goals at the Goldstone a few weeks back playing for Leyton Orient. And that Colchester United number 11, it's Nicky Smith, the Sudbury Town penalty man. Ian Baird's goal earning a point at the Abbey. In fairness, this was a game that the Albion dominated and should have won. Here come the opponents on this historic and sad occasion of the last ever game at the Goldstone. It's Doncaster Rovers. Or look at the surrounding streets, packed with supporters, reminiscent of Brighton's golden age in the top flight, when Manchester United, Arsenal and Liverpool were frequent visitors. So as the Albion team somberly walk rather than run onto the Goldstone pitch for the last time, it's a full house and a must-win game. Stuart Storer has the honour of scoring the last goal. 96 years of history coming to a close as the referee's whistle brings the game to an end. The Seagulls' joy of beating Doncaster Rovers is doubled at the news of Hereford losing 2-1 at Leyton Orient, meaning that at last the Albion are off the bottom. But the fixture list plays a cruel trick and sends them to Hereford of all places for the final match. For Brighton and Hove Albion, the rules are simple. With both teams on 46 points, it's winner takes all. A draw and the Seagulls' superior goal difference would win the day.
Come on.
My goodness, fantastic scenes at Edgar Street for the visitors, of course. The Albion survive at the expense of their hosts. And there's a jubilant Steve Gritt, the man who took on Mission Impossible and came through, steering the good ship Brighton into safe waters. fate would send the Albion back to Edgar Street just 6 months later for an FA Cup tie. The league table here confirming 23rd place despite the FAE's 2-point deduction. At the top it's good luck to Wigan Athletic, Fulham, Carlisle United and Northampton Town, all promoted, but for Brighton there was an unsettled outlook for tomorrow as the Bulldozers moved in, and so-called home games for 1997 to 98 would be at Gillingham FC, some 70 miles away. Good old Kent by the Sea, anyone?
Second half, a substitution. Going to be David Blackham.
In the 73rd minute, the substitution for Manchester United, number 14, David Beckham, for number 7, Andrea Cancholis.
So United making a substitution. That possibly will be a relief to fullback Ian Chapman, who has had a few problems, but he's coped quite well. Here he is, Chapman, raining down on this side. Good ball in. Yes, a goal! Edwards, a goal! That's the equaliser. A tremendous goal. Brighton, Hove Albion 1, Manchester United 1. And Matthew Edwards rising to Ian Chapman.
Best pleased, I think, by that decision, but we think it is. Arsenal not on. It could be a goal for Byrne. Yes, it is. John Byrne getting in round the back there. Whelan couldn't just reach it to get it back to Grobbelaar. And John Byrne has got it on the blind side.